Welcome to another Scum single-player episode. This one's called Soup and Sausages, and currently we've got two sausages. We did currently have at the very start, as you noticed. Now we've got two steaks on the grill, but we started off with the two sausages. Listen, a limited amount of guts, and even though I killed 3 doggies for it, and I haven't cut the third one up yet, because I know that no matter what sort of condition the meat is, once you grill it, it turns to 100% at the moment. I'm not sure if that's going to stay like that forever, but it's best to keep the third doggy whole as long as possible, because then his parts, overall probably stay together better. But as you can see, we're doing another food episode for those budding chefs in Scum that want to hopefully survive longer, and this is definitely the way. I will tell you how this happened. I went to the trader, and on the way back I met in the Teletubby fields 3 doggies just standing there. I shot the first one and then they ran. Both ran up to the top of the hill, but then once they ran up to the top of the hill, after I got out, cut it, I was expecting them to come to me. I had the valve anyway if they came, so it wouldn't have mattered. But I stood out there and chopped, and then they stood there and just didn't run away. Got back in the car, drove up to the hill, and they started walking left and right, but I shot them, and got a total of 3 wolves and meat. So now, and again, make sure that you hit around the 000, hit the little chef hat right now, boom, and it's perfectly cooked, right? And then of course the same in 40 seconds for this one, right? And then the grills are empty and we can repeat process. But I will cook some soup, and that's possibly the main reason for this episode is, wow, there is a lot of components for the soup. And here's sausage, right? What there is there's guts, and I do have some somewhere, I'm sure. I think there's still some on my inventory somewhere. I think looking at it, but there is definitely some there. And you need mustard as well. There's the doggy. There's my third and final dog, uncut up. He's about 87% at the time of this game, but I'd hazard to guess what he is absolutely now. Since this happened, I've stole a plane, and I'm thinking the only thing really left to do. Listen, an abandoned bunker. Listen, you might twist my arm to do it, but I'm not. We go in there. That's for sure. There it is. Yes, that's what it is in the backpack. We can go in there, but I can't go into to get the what's it called, the memory chip or whatever the hell it's called, the intelligence chip essentially, because I'm just suck at cutting wires and and doing anything other than probably iron locks essentially. I have opened the odd silver lock though, and I have jagged a gold lock, but you probably would have to burn the best part of a yellow screwdriver to do it for me, so what's the point? Know your limitations. It's like Yoda, the old prophecy of can't win, don't try, right? If you can't win, don't try it. There's no point. Do not waste your energy on that, grasshopper. So know your limitations, and listen, think about every part of every single game. There's one part you either can't do or you're trying to avoid, or or you don't, or you like less more than others. And I just don't want to creep around. You have to creep. The only way to do an abandoned bunker is to creep and use bows. And I do that enough already. I really do. I want to shoot my gun. I want to shoot it loud. And that's why I'm going to go, if I do one more episode, it's going to be a bunker run, and I'm going to clean the bunker out looking for a hazmat suit so I can make crap ammo. And don't strike me, YouTube. That's what it's called, CRAP ammo. There's what is it? Can't even remember what it was. It's just basically plutonium ammo. So yes, but I don't want to talk much more crap about the crap. So anyway, we're here for cooking, and I'm doing another steak out of sheer boredom. But guess what? Now it's time. Now it's time. Drum roll. No, it's not. It's time to make a good tea, right? We will make the soup soon enough, though, because it is a terror. It's 23 minutes. But I wanted to try and get a few different things off the grill first. That's right. Sort of not want to bore you with a 23-minute soup, which I cooked twice. Did I just say that out loud? Anyway, I got plenty of stuff there, though. We got plenty of onions at the B2 town. I was so surprised in a low loot scenario. Mind you, there is a lot of onions there. There's a hell of a lot of onions there. Like, it really is a great place for parsnips, or I call them turnips, or parsnips, and onions and carrots, and it's a great little area to get fresh vegetables. And then you just come straight back here, and you know, if you want to sort of make them more get down to look at this, they're almost in unison as far as the back end's concerned, but this one's another 6 minutes to go, so I can afford to put something on here quickly. Do you know, I think he does need to drink now. I think I was down on water at the start. Oh, good. Well done, you read my mind. And I only did this, like, I haven't really looked through this much again, but there wasn't really much to it. It's more a matter of making the good drink. This is the best drink, I think, in the game, the lemon tea with the sugar. It's just awesome. It is so freaking awesome that you don't really need to drink anything more, providing you got everything. So grow some lemons, and the tea's easy to find, and well, you might only have to buy a bag of sugar if you can't find it, but see, there we go, everything, boom and boom. Wow, that's that tea almost makes you full by itself. It really does. So they're great drinks to supply yourself with, as against the standard norm, you know. Just put that really shitty M1 clip away. We do know we got one. Oh, I'm throwing my sausages in the food. I have to put them away. There's just too much cooking going on. So there's 3 or 4 bits of meat there now, 2 or 3 sausages in the food larder. And I was talking about that when I stole the plane, that I've got so much stuff in here now, and I've still got all the mushroom stuff from the mushroom thing. So, you know, for a low-loot server, you pick all this stuff up, and look what you are. You're thriving. You've got everything. I've got meat, steaks, and mushrooms, and sugary lemon teas, and you know, everything here. You know, is and there's a lot of other things, like the tomato soup obviously requires tomatoes, right? You know, you've really got to know your soup, and keep your dog the little bones, right? Because I actually do have a problem finding them, but I think I did store 1 or 2 in the food chest. So, but I just cut up a leg to grab the bone. You need 1 normal bone, like a meaty bone, preferably from the animal, and you get them in most of the things, like a bear and this stuff. So just keep them, but don't make them for bone needles, is what I'm trying to say. Is unless you know, because obviously, you know, I'm obviously doing a little bit more meat cutting here because we're starting to run out of steaks. So we've only got 2 left, and at this particular point, I think I might be able to make a meat soup, right? But it's just the condiments that you require for the recipes I'm missing half of it still, obviously, you know, low loot and haven't got so much stuff, but I will buy, you know, tomatoes next time I go to the trader, and maybe the other ingredients that I'm missing to make tomato soups, you know, and all the other soups. There's like a sweet and sour soup, but it requires like a Chinese, like soy sauce and things I haven't got, you know, and unfortunately they are the critic. Like there is, as you can see with this soup, right, there's a mandatory ingredients, which is the top green section. Like I can't put a carrot in. See, this is for the meat one. I need a carrot to create the meat soup, so I can't do it, right? And I have to have a carrot, and I thought I had a carrot, but I think I ate the carrots. And this is again like one mushroom, and they're really specific, right? But you can't use the big ball mushrooms for a stew. You can only use the real mushrooms, so remember that, right? So luckily I've just got enough. I've got one of those 2 mushrooms there, and I've got one in the inventory, as you can see. So I've barely got enough. I think I've got, actually I do have plenty in here in this section still, but still, you know, I barely have enough to do the mushroom stew, because there's a lot of mushrooms. There's you see, you've even got a 3rd slot down the bottom with another 2, so it requires 5 mushrooms, 1 onion, 2 litres of water or 4 blue bottles, cream, flour, salt, pepper. I'm not sure what that other thing is, but I've got and the wine. Oh dear, there's it takes basically a bottle of wine as well, and I actually have got the spices. I've got the spice mix, and that is oil, that middle bottle, and I've got the oil as well, of course, right? So I've got everything to make this 100%. But you know, you get drunkenness when you eat this thing. You get, for a very, 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 very small time, be aware you're drunk. You get level 1, C1 drunkenness, but it goes through you fairly quickly. But don't just eat too many of these, because you'll probably get drunk. But it's great. It really is. It's like I think either 1113 calories per meal, and there's 6 slots. So really, you don't need any more. See, I can't put the big ball mushrooms on it. I have to use real mushrooms, and I'm actually surprised with the amount of water I got to dump in there myself. But the good part is those mushrooms there, those little 2-level mushrooms, qualify. So you can use those mushrooms. You can see one on the 3rd row, second from the end, near the second soup pot on the floor. That particular mushroom there is good to go too in this environment. But the big ball mushrooms, that's a no-go. You can't use them. You can only use them for the grilled mushrooms. So that's why I say try and use the big ball mushrooms for your grills and not for the soups, because otherwise, if you use all the good mushrooms for your grills and then you got all these white ones left over, it's not going to work. But look, I drop a bottle of that's oil, right? It doesn't work that out at the moment, but that's what that is. I couldn't even work it out at the moment, but look, bang, there's a whole bottle goes in, and that's the vegetable oil there. And I got the spices on the floor, I think. The spice, I'm looking for the spice rack, but it's on the floor. That's it. Put it in there, and that is full, ready to bang. Click for. Yep, everything's done. Everything's done. Yep. Just click on it. 23.333 minutes it's going to take to cook. So I'm going to cook some fast and stoves. I think I can cook more sausage. Can I cook some more sausage? Would have been good to have 4 sausages. I think I did have 4. I've done 3 so far. I ate one straight away off camera before the start. And then I thought I better record this. I should record this, right? Because some people want to know how to cook properly. But you know, I've noticed that there's a lot of ingredients that require chicken, but chicken doesn't come across very often. So I don't know like, I think they sort of need to probably revamp. I mean, it's good. There's plenty of things to cook, but you know, when there's like 3 or 4 dishes, like the bottom two and or you need grilled rabbit leg and you can't do it, or you need fish, right? So pretty much, if you haven't got any key meat components, you're really totally out of the recipe. You know, it's not like you could say, oh well, I've got a grilled fish recipe here, but I'll just take the fish out and I'll put meat substitute. Can't do that. It just won't work, right? And I think that's what I'm saying. There needs to be some more flexibility. Like, I mean, obviously, you can't have a chicken drum leg without the chicken. But things like, you know, the soups and stuff, you could, like, if you haven't got a certain ingredient there, you should be able to, you know. And I suppose to a lesser degree they have done that, but not to the extent what I'm talking about. I'd like to have more flexibility with the recipe. Like this, I'd like to be able to drop meat in, you know. I mean, you can in this one, right? Because it's a sausage, right? A sausage happening. I think I have to cut up the dog, don't I? I still need the guts. I think I need to get guts, right? But I'll tell you what, you need to fill these bottles up to make some more soup too. And that's what I try and do now, is I try to refill the blue bottles up of water to make more soup. Because I do end up making 2 of these soups, and boy, I think I've only eaten one section of a 6. I've got like 11 out of 12 left. So, and I've got all those mushroom grills from before, and I've got teas and soon to have more coffee. I make coffee here too now. So I've got such a smorgasbord of food that's like taken place now, you know, and thankfully for them dogs, that's really like brought such a blessing as far as food's concerned. And oh yeah, I was the naked chef before. I took my pants off during the music, so yeah, I forgot about that joke. Damn it, I should have used that when I first jumped straight in. Gave you the old naked chef joke. Damn it. But now I've got my pants on, I can't really say I'm a naked chef. And that music, well, you know, that up and down and left and right business, I know you're going to question me about that sooner or later. But it's about stirring the soup, you know, it's like left and right and up and down and flipping the meat up and down and turning it around. I don't know where your dirty minds were going to with that. I just thought it was more like, and because I mentioned sausage, wasn't it, in the title. I thought like anytime I mention sausage, it's going to happen, but it's not. It's not. I'm cooking sausages. God, just keep your mind on the job, please. Anyway, but I can bang a lot of these steaks out. There is so many, right? I've got so many, and I tell you what, they are good. They are like, you know, a bit of salt. That's why I said salt and pepper so awesome. It makes that steak, that's just one unit. And when you cut that meat up, you get 5 or 10 of them, right? You add the salt and pepper to it. You know, when you're out and he's starting to fail and he really needs food, wow, one of those, bang, you're back on track. So, and it doesn't take much, right? It doesn't take much. Look, it's almost done and finished, or both of them are actually. This is a countdown. There's still 5 minutes here, still a bit of time, but it's approaching the end now for the mushroom soup, and wow, what a soup it is. It takes up 2 slots though, like those 2 onions up there in my backpack. They take about the same space as those 2, but that's all you need, you know, it really is. You go like with probably a canteen of water, and that you could pretty much go do any mission, and you know, any time that, you know, you start to deplete, you'd be back on track taking them, you know, and maybe a little bit of water and stuff, maybe a little bit more. But you know, I was thinking of making it interesting too. I was gonna possibly I built a flamethrower. I bought an extra canister of petrol, Not that I needed to, but it's mainly because I got that metal pipe. I finally found the metal pipe, and then I repaired it to 100%. And I had all the ingredients to a flamethrower. It's actually pretty easy, other than the gas tank and trying to find those long single barrel pipes. Now they're almost hard to find, but I found one, so I built it straight away on the fly, and it ended up being a 75% flamethrower, which is really good. And you can repair it with a weapon cleaning kit back to 100, and then all you need to do is carry around a small 20 litre petrol container, which fits half your backpack. But I mean, you can leave it in the car, obviously. But I mean, you can also, it fits in your backpack too. So if you're going off for a big long mission where you think, well, maybe, you know, I'm going to run out of ammo, well, guess what? You won't with this. You know, the flamethrower is awesome. You can reload 20 times roughly, because it takes like one litre of petrol or whatever every time you do it. So roughly you get 20 refills. I mean, it might take up half your backpack, but providing you've got, you know, your sporran, and you've got your military backpack and some other containers that make up the space, and they're relatively empty, I'm thinking that, you know, that's a great sort of all-round gun, you know, and obviously take a weapon cleaning kit to clean it up. And those sorts of things, you know, is such a great underestimated weapon. You know, I know that you can't take on too many, but I tell you what, at the same time, you can take on too many if you want to take one or two hits. If you want to take one or two hits, you can probably burn all of them. But taking on one at a time, you can, generally they'll run to you very quickly, but then when they stop, they'll just burn, and they'll burn exactly where they stand, and generally that won't be where they don't generally get to you, you know. Yeah, I put a little, I wanted to get to the roof a little easier, so I put a foundation halfway up, so I can just sort of jump on the roof. And yeah, I just thought I'd light the fire there just to give it a bit of light. Don't really need too much light here. I might adjust the shading a little bit, but generally we're always near the campfire, so everything's fine. I'm going to I think I'm doing the second mushroom, right? But that essentially is it. After that, you can just, I think I do a vegetable grill and start making some black coffee. But, you know, I've noticed that is exactly the same black coffee that you can get from the police station. So that's what you're sort of making. You're making one of those when you add the coffee and the water together and you boil it. You're really just making exactly what you find out of the police station. So I'm not making too much, like, you know, it's like mind-boggling advancements here with making my own black coffee, because it really is just, I think, the coffee that you get in the petrol stations and the police stations, etc. And find them around the general vending areas, you know. What I'm saying is that it doesn't offer you any special benefits, or like, because I made it myself, it's far more nutritious for you. And no, it's not. I don't think it's just. It is just you're creating a standard one. Like, I suppose the good news is it's hot because you're boiling it. But them ones, they must taste goddamn horrible. And God knows how long they've been there for, right? In the police station, or who's been dribbling all over them. But yeah, I mean, yeah, here we go. I think now we're going to attempt to sort of make a couple of coffees and something different anyway, you know, because I did make a hell of a lot of tea last time, and this time the good part with this is one of my water containers, and this is, like I said, how I lost most of my water, by cooking. And this one, sorry, I've got a cold at the moment, and I actually had a cold yesterday, which I tried to ignore, but my voice sort of left me, and that plane was so loud, wasn't it? I didn't realise until after what like they must in the game turn that plane up to like almost realistic effects, because I could barely hear myself. But it was too late, and it was only a 20-minute video anyway. It was just show you. I really wanted to play all music, to be honest. I didn't want to do any commentary at the moment because my voice is sore. That's a wontons thing. See, you're going to need cabbage, and you need the pasta, and you need that can of, is it olives? I think it's olives, right? But then you need a lot of other stuff. Soy sauce, the spices, oil, salt and pepper as the optional ingredients. But essentially, I could find the cabbage, but I don't think I got that can of stuff. I have now, actually. Do you know, I found that can today or yesterday when I did when I stole the plane. I found that olives, the can of olives, but it's an old crappy one. But I could make it today, but not now. But don't look at all the possible ingredients, because that's scary. They say possible ingredients, but guess what? The toadstools and the red and the amans are in there. All the amans are in there. Don't take any aman. They're all poisonous. AMAN, don't go there. Real red mushrooms, don't go there. The psilocybin ones, you can take one if you want to have a like 2-foot zombies chase you everywhere that aren't real. I'm not sure, I can't remember whether they damage you now. I can't remember whether you take damage. You look like you're getting hit, that's for sure. It looks like you're getting hit, so they try and, but I think it's just a psilocybin trip, actually. I don't think you do get hurt. I think you might get hurt if you take too many mushrooms and it becomes too real for you, but I've never done that. I'd taken 2 mushrooms. I'd taken one, and then as the effects wore off, I took another one. And but I think that still sort of counts as just having one effect. So, but all the colours got very vibey, and then certain things happened. I remember some zombies came through the floor. There's little ones, big ones. There was a zombie that just came up and went wah at you or something like that. There was a few trippy effects, and I will eventually maybe find one of those mushrooms, sit out on the balcony, and then see what happens. Maybe make an episode about that, because you know I'm all about mushrooms. And speaking of mushrooms, we finally got 5. Right now it's back to salt and pepper, and then we need to put the oil and the spice rack and some more wine. At that point I think maybe I haven't got any more wine, but I do find another bottle of wine. I think I do find another, and that is a bit of a problem, because you, like I said, you do get level 1 what am I trying to think of? Level 1 drunkenness, and that is not good. Not when you're stealing a plane or something, right? So, maybe it's maybe the soup is best to keep at home, maybe. But what I'm saying is, level 1 drunkenness doesn't last very long, and it doesn't. To be honest, other than seeing it, it didn't affect me. But it obviously does affect your stats. To ignore that would be stupid, right? So what I'm saying is, maybe it is not probably the best thing to have as your one-stop shop for everything food. But I tell you what, as far as calories in's concerned, and as far as getting your level back up to 100, my God, it does a phenomenal job. Awesome. And I don't know how that happened. How did, when I chopped the meat, his legs and his ass piece fall through the floor and go outside? And I think I lost the guts. The guts is gone, because I chopped that up for the guts to make another sausage, right? And I lost the guts, right? And who am I to cry? But I'm crying because by losing those guts, I've lost the ability to make another sausage. Because I thought I'd be able to make like 3 or 4, right? But the guts obviously didn't make it through the floor, or maybe they made it right through the floor and into the vegetable garden. But at least it's organic, I suppose. So it'll all, can eventually, but just not with my cooking. And look at that, see what I'm saying, like when you go around the outside you see like how many sticks, and then for me, I'm just such a sucker, I've got to go create some free rope here from absolutely nothing. But you know, the funny thing is though, right, for the amount of rope that's here, you could make a sword. All you need to do is then rush in, get 2 bits of metal, a bit of rubber, toolbox, boom, you've made yourself a metal sword. So, you know, it's not what the little bits are like. I could have just left it behind, right? But I won't hardly leave anything behind, or try to take everything. Even if I take it in my hands, I'll put it somewhere, you know. But yeah, we got plenty of stuff on the floor, and still plenty of stuff to cook here. But it's not bad, right? You know, I can't believe day 1 to like day 3 or 4 where we are, you know, with a bit of discerning effort. And most of this was done in less than 4 to 6 hours of gameplay. It's been like an absolute nightmare editing. It's like, because generally the first time you sort of take reshadowing, colour, edit, try and screen out stuff, then add all your guff, and then add the voiceovers at the end too. You end up watching it about 3 times, so it does take about 3 or 4 hours to sort of even put it on the chopping room floor, just to watch it, make sure that I've not screwed up or got any Donald Trump adverts or any Elon Musk stuff in here, and just make sure that the edit's correct, because I like to. I'm enjoying that more so than anything. Actually, is enjoying the creation of video and stuff like that. I actually used to do that when I was younger. I think I did media studies and stuff like that during high school. I really enjoyed it too. But then I took architecture and it sort of all ended. But doing this has forced me to relive a fun time in my life. It's good. So it's all good. The whole thing's a good learning experience. And as far as Scum's concerned, hopefully I can teach you the right way to do it. And if you follow my rough principle every time, the way I did it, put boxes and everything, go around and get it, you'll see it's a lot easier. And you'll go like, wow, back in that second town I left rebar cutter or whatever, and boom, you know, whatever. Your plans will come together as against you go, I can't pick that up, I'll just leave it. I just can't pick that up, I'll just leave it. No, put a chest down in somewhere nice and safe, in a bush somewhere, just even if you have to run a little bit, right? But your backpack's full, drop it off, empty it out, go back into town, loot back up again. And in the end, you'll have guns, you'll have food, you'll have drink, you'll have basic stuff, you'll have clothing and footwear and base building equipment, everything for right now. Yeah, it's just do those principles and know when to back down from a fight too. You know, I mean, it's all good watching all these guys jump in and do it right all the time, but it's generally like life. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out that way. You can fluke something occasionally, but to keep rolling the dice and testing it is probably not a good idea. That's why I said Scum, if you want to play it, player versus the environment, or PvE, you really do. You have to start slow and work up. You can't just, let's just go to a bunker and see what happens. But guess what? You've devalued your life already, because you're basically saying that this life that you have now means nothing. So we could also just start again. Do you want to do that? I mean, is that the way you want to play a game? You want to keep like dying until you get it right? Or saving a backup? I heard someone say that today, and it made me prick my ears up to wonder how really good their content is when you want to save your game, you know. And so it's like, oh dear, I've screwed this up, I'm going to have to start again. I was like, I don't even know how to save a game. I don't even know where you would go to do it. I just log on. But apparently you can. Apparently I could now save this character, So if I like fucked up in the next 10 minutes, I can pretend to you like it never happened. and that's the sort of honesty I've got. But it's not going to happen with me, because I can tell you, once I'm dead, I think I'll quit. This character will quit, and I might make a girl character, you know, and change all the setups, you know, change it to more an advanced setup for next time, you know, because this is about as basic as I want to get. That's for sure. I prefer more of a challenge myself, but and here we go, 17 seconds left, and this is almost the end of the show, really, right? Because this is the soup, and the sausages, well, they went off like a cracker before the music finished. But there you go, 2 perfectly cooked mushroom soups that had like about 11 ingredients in them or more, and you can see there 100% 6 from 6 in my inventories, and it weighs a total of 3.4 kilos. But it's only in 2 slots, so it is an awesome amount of food, and it definitely replenishes you to the point where all you need to do is eat it once, lay down, and watch your health go up. It's crazy. So hopefully you've learned something with the benefits of cooking your food as against just eating a half 40% MRE that you're going to throw up with, and put lots and lots of fat on your body for no reason. This food is far more nutritious and will give your character the boosts it needs to to grow in its stats, essentially. You know, you can sort of put, when you've got good food, you can put your character more or less on autopilot, you know. And here we go. That's a coffee black with sugar. Maybe the ones in the police station don't have sugar. That could actually be it, you know. Maybe my coffee is more intrinsically of value to you than their ones, because I put the sugar in extra. It would be good to actually grab one of their coffees and my coffees and measure up the stats, see if there's any additional bonuses by putting the sugar in. And as you can see, I'm cranking out the steaks, and I've still got a big meat haunch, the main meat haunch, in one piece in the food cabinet here, you know, down the bottom. As you can see, look, the big one there, and 2 legs. So really haven't used 2 wolves. I've really used 1.2 of it, but I cut that one up mainly for the guts, to get more sausage guts, because you need the guts, you need the meat, and you need mustard, and you need salt, pepper. That's what you need for a sausage. And I found mustard too. I think I've got mustard and mayonnaise. That's what you do when you keep everything, as against just looking at it and then saying, I don't really need that. Well, guess what? You really need that when you're cooking. And that's the reason why I say is take everything, is because I'm still missing stuff, and I've taken everything. So just imagine someone who cherry picks and doesn't take half the stuff. Do you think you're going to get the best experience, or have the most options open to you, especially when you're dealing with low loot? I'm dealing with like not low loot on a low loot setting, because I've kept everything, and you can see that the stuff that I've kept is freaking awesome, you know, and has allowed us to make so much stuff. Even though the sugar may not have seen better days packet wise, it's still making 100%, you know, sugared coffees and sugared lemon teas, and the meat, you need to, like, look how much more steak I've got, and I haven't cut another 1.5 of those donkeys up yet. I've still got 6 bits of meat to cook, and I'm cooking out meat like the wazoo, boom, 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 boom. It's just like cranking it out like I'm McDonald's or something, right? So yeah, get this stuff and eat it, and you don't really, food becomes not a problem for you at all if you just spend a little bit of time cranking up some food. And a fridge would be nice, but I haven't seen one. Also, footage from the devs, just very, very, very quickly. They're showing the ATV the ATV is coming back with the next update. I think it's 0.98 update. That should be hitting the deck sometime soon. So that's great, because I love that bike. I really did love that bike. It was really the main thing that you could take off road back in the old days. But it will be good to, and in fact, to be honest, if we're still going around, I still haven't died by then, and I'm still pulling huge crowds, I will eventually try and find me one of them, because that's the greatest thing to go fishing on, you know, just to get in one of those and go. To be honest, I'd like to try and find a motorbike too, because I really do I like the fact of that, the motorbike. But you know, you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. He could end up just choking on his mushroom soup and die. But I doubt it. I tried very hard to die yesterday, but it just didn't work. I ran in there and just grabbed a plane. I thought, oh, sod it. I just go and just risk my life for it. And if I died trying, that would have been a great way for it to end, the episode, the whole campaign to end, you know. But nah, I'm too good for that. I didn't die at all. And anyway, I'm packing my stuff up. It's a slow, just making a few little teas here just to take us out. But by and large, I can't make any more soups with the ingredients I got. So it's till next time. And till next time will probably be a bunker run to try and get a hazmat suit, because I'm thinking the nuclear power plant, get plutonium, and other than a dead bunker, I don't really know what else to do. But it's come to that sort of time, so please like and subscribe, and even if you don't like, please still subscribe. And I'm going to take you out with some crazy ass tunes. And again, just a quick thank you to No Copyright Music for the awesome tunes. And thanks very much for watching, and have a good one, and have a nice day.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken.